Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So 589, will XRP ever hit that number? Probably someday, but I suggest you take profits off the table before that happens. And so in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about when you should get out of your XRP positions, just based on chart activity and common sense in a lot of ways. Now guys, by no means is this considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I suggest you always do your own research before making financial decisions with your hard-earned money. What I can tell you though is what I look at in charts and how I'm kind of gauging the market as we kind of move through this and as we're all working towards cashing out. So I know some of you guys have some XRP that you have locked away in escrow. A lot of people have been talking about, keeping 10,000 XRP for the really long hold. Maybe a 10-year hold where we could possibly see XRP in the high 3 digits or 4 digits even. And so that XRP would be locked away for that time. But in the meantime, you obviously want to live your life. And so here are some, let's call them schools of thought with regards to price action and cashing out. And by no means are any of these the 100% how you should do it or 100% how you shouldn't do it. There's always going to be gray zone in there. Everybody has different goals, but ultimately, I'm just going to give you a few examples of what you could do. So we all know that first and foremost, there are two types of markets. So markets will move up in a speculative market, which means that Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go up. We all make money until we don't, until the market crashes. And then those left holding the bag at the top lose the most money, and it starts cascading down as people lose money. So you can make money though in a spec market, but there's also the real world utility. But let's take a look at the spec market first. So we have to understand that they are two very different things. So let's take a look at the spec market first then. Guys, as you can see here, I've got Bitcoin on a daily, and this chart is showing the two bull runs ago. So Bitcoin back in late 2013, early 2014, we saw a huge rise and a huge decline, okay, similar to what we saw in 2017. And then we saw some basing around mid 2015. Before we saw Bitcoin start rising again. And it's always been the narrative, right? Mid 2015 to 2017 was a bull run for Bitcoin, as you guys can see in the chart. And it kept making new highs, right? So around late 2015, it hit around 440, then back down here around 317, then up here around 470, down here early 2016, 375, then up here mid 2016, about 779, then dipped again here to about 480, then made new highs, 1100. Okay, so on and so forth, all the way through 2017 to that parabolic move up until it came crashing right back down, and the cycle continues, right? It looked similar to this. And so a lot of you guys are holding XRP, and if you look at the XRP chart, okay, we didn't really see that much, or at least it doesn't appear that there was that much movement. So ignore this for a second because this does not actually coincide with this. This is mid 2015. So this is where the Bitcoin, roughly around here is when the Bitcoin trend started to change direction. So just to give you guys some perspective here, mid 20, so this is like, so we're talking around here, okay? Mid 2015 was when Bitcoin started to see some bullish movement up. And to give you some perspective, mid 2015 was around here. But as you can see, XRP moved up and down and up and down, just kind of wavering in this region here. As Bitcoin was making steady gains, okay? Now, first thing I want to share with you guys is that since XRP, so I'm just zoomed in here, since XRP was trading at such a low price at this time in May 2015, we were only at 0.005 cents. The moves were actually pretty huge, okay? So it made 200% just from here, May 2015 to June 2015, then came right back down to this low, okay? Trading back at 0.004, then all the way up here at 0.01, so another 100% here. Same thing happened here, another 100%. So although it looks pretty stagnant during Bitcoin's bull run, we were actually making 100% boom, 100% boom, 100% boom, 100%, okay? But a move from 0.005 to 1 cent, 100%, that's all fine and good, but that's all in the past, okay? Now we're looking at XRP today. So what can we say about it today? Well, as Bitcoin was moving up, and again, guys, this is Bitcoin on a daily, as Bitcoin was moving up and up and up and up, it finally saw that parabolic move in the second second half of 2017, I'd say, or even in the last quarter of 2017, this was the biggest move that Bitcoin saw before it came crashing right back down again. And so people invested in Bitcoin may have been cashing out all throughout the latter half of 2015, all throughout 2016, and partially throughout 2017. And as you guys can see here, I'll draw it on the chart, these are some sell-off points, right? When the trend moves up and then we start seeing a bit of a correction, that's people selling off, okay? But the big move was in 2017, and that's when we saw this huge move up and then the huge sell-off here. Crypto winter, which a lot of us were part of, but that's all in the past. What I wanted to show you guys is essentially the fact that XRP lags, and this is what's great about holding XRP, is that we can follow Bitcoin throughout these couple of years of bullish movement, as we saw Bitcoin moving up and up and up and up, and XRP remaining relatively stagnant until right at the end here, where there was a big move up here in April 2017, but then ultimately still some stagnation here, or rather, sorry, let me zoom out here. So there was a big move up, big move up here, so not April, May 2017, before it came back down and then basing again, making little moves, but still 100%. This went from 15 cents to 30 cents, back down to 15 to 30. Okay, right until the huge bull run up here, and that coincides with Bitcoin's parabolic move here. Now, the good thing we have to remember is that Bitcoin was moving up this entire time, but XRP didn't see the parabolic move until roughly December 10th, 2017, December 11th, and then December 12th was when we really started seeing some movement before a few corrections, huge movement up, a little bit of a correction, and then another huge move up here. But when Bitcoin topped out over here on December 17th, 2017, XRP was only, where is December 2017? XRP was only here, okay? So as Bitcoin topped out here, okay, on December 17th, 2017, this highest point here, XRP was still trading around 72 cents. But the bull run continued, right, for XRP all the way till January 4th. Well, where was Bitcoin at that point? January 4th. January 4th was around here, okay? So guys, when trading XRP, this is our ace in the hole because we already have the history on the Bitcoin chart to gauge where we can trade XRP to maximize profit. There are benefits to being last and fast, let me tell you. And so what are the warning signs, guys? Well, let me just get rid of that circle to show you guys here a little closer. We're going to move a little closer in here. Okay, and what did Bitcoin see? When were sellers overpowering buyers in trade volume? When did people want to take profits off the table for Bitcoin? And when did the trend switch directions? Well, visually, we can see that there were some indecisive candlesticks over here, and it still could have gone any way until we started seeing 3 and then 4 down days, huge down days here, okay, followed by this last candlestick, I think was really the biggest clue. Because look at that, and look at the tail, look at the length of the tail on that candlestick. Okay, sellers sold all the way down to about $11,000 and then rebounded, closing the day at roughly $14,000. So this, guys, to me, and then look at the volume accompanying with that, huge volume. One of the biggest volume days to date, because we're not seeing this side of the chart yet, right? So one of the biggest volumes next to this one here back in September 2017. But guys, this is the warning sign for Bitcoin, okay? And this happened on December 22nd, 2017. Now, Bitcoin was meandering. As you can see, if it's December 22nd and you're starting to see price movement not really making new highs, then going down again. So that last week of December, okay, really kind of gives you an idea of how Bitcoin's doing, okay? It's floundering. We even see a bit of a head and shoulders pattern here. So here's the shoulder, the head, the second shoulder, okay? Can you guys see that? Head and shoulders pattern. You got a shoulder there, and the head's up here. Okay, so by this point here, December 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, let's take a look at XRP and where that was. So we've got December 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. XRP is still rising, okay? You may have gotten out around here, okay? New Year's around the $2 mark, and I would have said, look, that's probably a good time to get out because it could have shifted at any moment. That all said, XRP went even higher than that. If you were prudent, you probably would have gotten out here knowing this, okay? Seeing all this, But finally, this is the last indicator here. Realizing that we're not actually making new highs. Okay, we're matching these highs. We're matching these levels of resistance here, not going any higher, and then another couple of down days here. So this is really solidifying it for me by January, early January-ish. And so by early January, same time frame here, we're all the way up here. And then when Bitcoin finally collapses, XRP and the rest of the market collapses as well along with it. So guys, we have the information in the charts beforehand. We have this as a tool. Bitcoin is the leading indicator, XRP last and fast. And so this is one of the ways how we can gauge when to get out of some of our XRP position if we're trading in a spec market. But how do we know when to get out of our position when real world utility kicks in? That's a lot trickier. And I'll cover that tomorrow, guys, but today I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.